Alright, so we are at a very different angle. I wanted to grab all of the products that I've been using for a little over a month now. I'm like shocked that my stash hasn't bored me as much as it normally does. I typically get very bored after like a couple weeks, but I think, again, I keep hammering on this, but because I was so inspired for a good portion of the past couple months, I've just been okay using like the same over and over and over again. So I'm happy. Oh gosh, so sorry that was so loud. But I am happy to say that I used every single thing in here that I pulled out last month. I did use every single item in here at least once, but mostly multiple times. So I'm going to just kind of put them back and like talk about them, I guess. Let's move Miguel back here. Okay, so I have a bunch of lip products that were out the past month. Now, anything that's still in a project is still in my like acrylic drawers, but these are items that can get put back. Yeah, so I'm gonna put all of these back. I don't exactly know which ones I want to pull yet, but I did use everything except for, I want to say, Layover, which is fine. It's not like my favorite color, and it's totally fine. So I'm gonna put these back, and then we're gonna pick all new lip products. I like to like put them all back though, and then pick ones that like inspire me at the moment, I guess. One thing that I am going to keep out is this guy though. I know for sure this is just something that I'm like always consciously trying to pan. It's a very small MAC lip liner. It's about as big as the cap at this point. I think I could finish this in 2022 finally, so I'm going to leave this out and continue to use it that way. I had a Kylie lip kit that was a gift with purchase back like 2 years ago at this point. So I'm going to put these back. This is in the shade Bear. I really enjoyed this. I was wearing this in my Pando's eyeshadows. This is the lip color I was wearing. For that update, I have a ColourPop Ultra Blotted Lip in the shade Usagi. I pulled this out because this is a little bit of a spoiler for my deck of panning, but I went to a restaurant with my coworkers at my previous job, and my deck of panning lipstick fell in the toilet. So that was one quick way to pan it, but I pulled this one out to like use it and see if I liked it. And I do like the color actually more than I did before, so I will just put this back now. I had a gloss. This is super murky now, but this is an e.l.f. Mint Milk Gloss. This was clear, and now again, it's very milky and cloudy. I think actually I'm going to leave this out. I'm going to like low-key try to pan this, I think. I had a NYX Filler Instinct, which was really nice when I wore a little bit too pale of a lip. This just offers a really nice sheer color. So I enjoyed this, but ready to put her back. Then I had ColourPop Layover. I don't think I used this though, which I don't really care. It's fine that I didn't. I had a Kiko Milano lipstick in the shade 105. This thing is so pretty. I used this a couple times. And then a CoverGirl Ultimate Outlast in Very Sansier. I love this color. This is what I wore on my wedding day. I freaking love it. But ready to put that back now. I freaking loved using my e.l.f. Cream Contour, Cream Bronzer deal. I actually don't have any other cream bronzers. I'm like trying to look awkwardly. I don't have any other cream bronzers, so I'm thinking of keeping this. No, I'm going to put this back for now. I had a Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette. I was using this when I ran out of my setting powder, but I purchased a setting powder, so I'm gonna just tuck this back for now. Then I kind of like was fluctuating between a couple primers. This I used for the majority of the month, and this I pulled in the like last week or so of the month, so I just wanted to mention both of them. I really, really, really love this NYX Marshmallow Primer. It's soft. It's like, it's almost silicone-y, but it's not. If that makes any sense. It's like whipped. It's a whipped formula, and it feels very, very nice. The Pore Deactivator by Joa. This is a silicone-based primer, so it does have that like slippy kind of feel. I like both of these. I'm just gonna put them back though for the time being. Then I had a couple items that actually live in like this thing, and this is always super hard to show. So I typically just pull it out and talk about them as like when I pull items out of this. But I had 2 loose eyeshadows in for the past month and a half, I guess. I had a Pewter shade, which was this guy here. This is Bare Minerals Pewter. Super pretty. I mean, it's like everything I wanted one of the shades in my pan, those eyeshadows, to look like. Super, super pretty. It kind of looks like when you scribble a pencil, like lead pencil on paper and like get it on your hand. It looks like a sheeny kind of that. And then I had MAC Whisper Pink. Yeah, Whisper Pink. Oh, goodbye. Which is another super gorgeous shade. And I'm like kicking myself that I didn't use this more. That's Whisper Pink down here. That would be a super pretty highlight, actually. Ooh. Ideas all around. Then I had some eyeliners in, and I had these 2 in, and then recently I pulled these in. So I'm gonna just put all of these back, and whenever I pull, I'm just kind of gonna go with the vibes of what I want. Yeah, there's that. So now I have a very empty acrylic drawer. This thing needs to be cleaned. I'm gonna actually clean this right now. So now that this thing is clean, I'm going to fill this up with my Shop My Stash items, and this is how I've been more successful in my Shop My Stashes. I have 2 like half-size versions of the same kind of drawer with this one. So the smaller versions house all of my like project pan items and like eyeliners and eye bases, and this is where I really focus in my Shop My Stash and like kind of reach in and pull from here. Even in my everyday kind of routine. It's been working so much better for me. So I'm gonna continue to do it that way and have all of my Shop My Stash items kind of housed in here. But yeah, so we're just gonna pull. Let's start, let me stop chit-chatting and let's start grab-grabbing. That was terrible. That was so terrible. So the first thing I wanna do is pull a primer, and I know this is what I wanna pull. This is the e.l.f. Mint Melt Primer. This thing I bought last year, January of 2021, so I kind of just want to see how much I can use up of this. I've used a good portion. It's not my favorite. I don't like gripping primers. I don't like that like sticky feeling. I much prefer silicone based or like whipped based primers, something brightening. These like gripping ones, not my favorite. So I kind of just want to see this one out. It's fine. It has a really nice like minty vanilla kind of scent, but it doesn't linger either, but this is nice. This is fine. I'll use it. I am excited. I want to try and use this CoverGirl True Blend Concealer. I bought this like halfway through February. I'm pretty low on my current concealer, little spoiler for Project Pan. So I'm gonna give myself the allowance that I can use this interchangeably with my Project Pan one, and I'm excited. I have mine in the shade Classic Ivory, if anyone is curious. It might be a little bit too fair. Maybe it'll be like perfect for me. I have no idea. I haven't used it. It's like sealed still, so I'm excited to use this. I am going to pull in this powder though, and like this kind of icky powder puff. So I have used this one though. This is the CoverGirl Simply Ageless Instant Wrinkle Blurring Pressed Powder in Translucent. The Walgreens I went to only had this as a translucent powder, so I just picked it up kind of as a necessity item more than anything. So I will use this. Moving over here, I don't really think I need any cream blush. I haven't tried this one yet. This is the Rituel de Fil. I don't know, am I saying that right? Am I saying it very awfully? This is in the shade Solaris. I haven't used this yet, and I don't even know if I've swatched it. So let's just do that together. I have swatched it. It's kind of like a duochrome, kind of like pinky. This would have been perfect for February, but it's kind of one of those, like, you kind of see it when the light hits it, but you kind of don't see it. Ooh, it's almost like, has a little bit of a base. I'm going to pull this out and give it a go for the month. So moving over to this section of my makeup section, I don't know what to call this, my makeup organization. I don't need a whole lot of products, but I do know I want at least a couple products. So I think the first thing I want to do is pull this guy. This is the Kaleidos Space Age Prophecy. This is the Prophecy one. Oh my gosh. So this is a multi-chrome highlight, and this one kind of has a greenish shift, which I think will lean itself the best for right now. So let me just give you a swatch of this. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. Ah, I'm excited. I'm gonna use this one in conjunction with the highlight that I am using in my project pan, so there is that. I'm excited about it. I think that might actually be it over here. It feels a little weird not pulling a lot of everything, you know? It feels very weird having like, oh, one item. I have a couple blushes that I'm working on. I have one blush I'm working on. Oh, that was something. I totally forgot that I had a blush in the rotation previously. So this is MAC Melba. I'm gonna put this back. I am gonna pull one blush then, I think. That's gonna be exciting. And I think in order to continue to give myself flexibility and like more freedom in my collection, I am gonna pull in this. This was in my project pan 2 years ago, I wanna say, 2020, I think. I didn't make like any progress. Maybe this was last year, I really don't know. But I am going to pull this out with just the hope to use it a couple times. It's a like peachier toned highlight, so we put Melba back. This is like on par with the same thing. This will go really well with the, like if I do green looks this year, or this month. All right, I pulled a couple eye products that you can't really see up here, so I'm just gonna talk about them real quick. I am gonna pull back out my black eyeliner. I just use this to tightline, so I'm gonna just continue to have this out. It's kind of like a necessity item. This is the only black eyeliner I have in pencil format, and I will continue to use it until it's done, or so dried out that I can't get any pigment anywhere. I also am gonna pull back out my Shockwave Liner in, what was this, Gotcha? I think, yeah, Gotcha. It's not the most impactful, like I really have to like scrub it on my hand to get payoff, which is weird because the yellow one is so impactful like immediately. But I'm gonna pull this out. I think it'll be pretty for this month. Same vein, I'm gonna pull the e.l.f. Mint Melt No Budge eyeshadow stick. I use this as a liner. It doesn't really work as a base for me. It's just a really pretty minty kind of color, and it could act as a base, like if I drew out a cut crease kind of thing, this would act as a nice base for something like that. So I will pull this out and use that. And then my last item is going to be, or my last item from this thing is going to be this glitter. I don't use my glitters nearly enough, and I always see my friend Jamie over on Instagram use this in their looks, or use glitters in their looks, and I freaking love them, and they really inspire me to kind of get out of my comfort zone. So I'm going to use this. This is called Adult Film. Like it's one of those like shifty, like you can't really see it, but when it hits the light right, you can. So I think this will be a really pretty inner corner color. If I don't use it for anything else, inner corners are the way to go for that. Then now we can go to lips. Okay. What do I want? Do I want to pull one of these out? The only thing with these is they don't fit in my drawers, so it kind of annoys me to pull them out in my Shop My Stashes, which is like the most petty reason to not pull a product. But I do want to pull this guy. Haley sent me this, by the way. Thank you, Haley, again. I'm sorry that I'm just a gremlin and don't like things that don't fit in my drawer or like my stash correctly. But I am going to pull this one out. I'm very interested in the cream, what was this? The Color Drip Lip Cream. I'm very interested in trying this formula, so I am going to try this guy. I'm excited for that. Let's give it a swatch. This is like mini first impression of just based off of a swatch. Oh my gosh, that is super pigmented. I did not expect it. I don't know why I didn't expect it to be pigmented, but holy crap. That is so pretty. That is so pretty. I'm excited. Okay, I'm very excited to pull this out. These lip liners plus my magenta one. So I'm going to use Kylie Bear. I know this formula is drying out on me because when I open it, half the time the shade like pulls out. So I haven't even had it for this long, but I'm going to continue to have this and use this and try to finish it until it, or before it actually expires and like is no longer usable. So I'm going to pull that top shade out. So I know Haley mentioned this in a recent video, and it really inspired me to like remember this, and I freaking love this shade, and this formula is so pretty. So I'm gonna pull this guy out. This is the Rare Beauty Lip Souffle, I think is the formal title of them. And this is in the shade Fearless. So it is this gorgeous shade here. It kind of goes with that lip gloss too. So I can probably have like a really solid, like those as a lip and be good. So I'm gonna pull this beauty out. I also think I want to pull this out because I think it'll lend itself to some like more green looks. It'll look nice with green. This is Appy by ColourPop. It's the Luxe lipstick formula. This is not my favorite formula of lipstick, if I'm being quite honest. I bought two when everyone on YouTube was really going at it, saying like these are like the ride or die lipsticks. I don't like this formula personally. So I will use it. I caught that. I don't know if anyone caught that, saw it. But I caught this. I dropped it and caught it. But I'm going to pull that out. Use it once or twice. I'll be fine with it. I'm thinking this guy, this is a Joa Endless Longwear lip color in the shade Tasty. It's a pretty nude lipstick. And it's super, super liquidy. Like actually kind of nervous that it will spill if I don't hold it like at a nice angle. But that is that guy there. It's actually very similar, like definitely more pink. I don't know if you can tell in the monitor, but in person, this leans more pink than this guy. But I think they'll serve different purposes, or maybe I can like put this on and then layer it on top of that if I need to like touch up. So we're gonna pull this out. Joa sent this, like some products to me for not review, they just sent them over to me because they liked a Instagram post. This is one of those products that was sent free. Just wanted to put that out there. Then I think the last, I only really want to pull one more lipstick. I think this, because I don't give this enough love either. This is the Oma Beauty by Sharon, or Oma by Sharon C Beauty. I don't really know what like the formal brand name is. Oma by Sharon C. I don't know. It's the Walmart Oma Beauty line that they carry. This is one of the It's Complicated Lip Tint plus oil plus gloss. It's just a really pretty brown and it wears really nicely. So I think I have a theme of like lip colors. Definitely more of like the neutral, like warm kind of colors. So I'm totally fine with that. So that is absolutely fine. I'm going to film my build your own palette after this video. So I have a color story in mind, but I'm not 100% sure, but I think these will all go with it. But yeah, that is it for my Shop My Stash. This is kind of where these products are going to be living for the next month. I may come back into my stash and pull more products out and put them in here, and then I'll talk about them once I put items back. But these are going to be like the focus items on top of my project pans that I want to use, and then anything else is just like supplemental items, which I'm totally fine with. But these are my main focus. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are staying healthy, sane, and safe, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye!